Thanks for joining us on another episode of RV Time. I'm Alex, the RV Man Rose, and you all know my assistant Wendy Falzone. Today, we're here to show you through the clouds of the internet into your cell phone the 2019 Imagine XLS 20 BHE. Wendy, what does BHE stand for?
It's a bunkhouse for everyone.
The bunkhouse for everyone. Here, we're going to start up in the front. Grand Design does have actually some real nice decals that they use here. It's a 3M product. There's a 5-year warranty on the decals also. So up on the front, along the side, the premium rock art in the front here. So if you go down a road, stone road, these stones are going to be coming up and into your camper. Premium rock art is all made of metal, real nice and solid here. It's directed downwards, so those stones should hit and go down instead of back into your vehicle. It's also dampening here too. So they'll hit here and generally fall straight to the ground. Your A-frame welded chassis made of steel. One nice notable feature here is the magnets. So if you have a camper currently, you're used to those little clips and those things might break off in the middle of camping. These are magnetic, there's nothing to break there, it's very simple. And then here's your big pass-through storage. So you notice in your pass-through, come on in. Your pass-through, they put it all the way to the front, the radius front edge here. A lot of campers, you lose that extra space. So they put that up and you don't lose anything there. You do also have a couple motion sensor lights. There's one here and one on the other side that'll jump on when we go over to the side there. Wendy, what's that little thing up on the side there?
So this, let me just put this chair out of the way. This is an outside shower. So if you do have kids that are going to enjoy that bunkhouse, they can actually, there's an attachment here that attaches right onto there. Kind of acts like a hose, and that way you kids can rinse your feet off before they go inside of your camper.
Rinse your shoes, rinse your kids, rinse your pets.
Or dogs, or pots and pans, whatever fits your needs the best.
Now we are standing underneath the big power awning. The button inside, power in, power out. There's no hooks or none of this anymore. Sometimes what'll happen is water can collect on top of the awning, big puddle in the middle. It's going to start to stress and just not a good situation. What you can do, these you can pitch. So your water naturally come from the top and roll this way. You can lock that in right here and have your pitched awning, so you don't have to worry about the water. Keep the water moving away. Wendy, what can you tell us about the door?
So this is also on, it's a hinged door right here, which is a really nice feature. That way if the wind takes it, it won't really actually close all the way or slam you in the door. So that's a really nice feature. Behind it, you actually have 2 outlets. That's to plug in your phone, even if you have an electric grill that you're bringing along with you, which is a nice feature as well.
Put up the crock pot, some TVs, and they put the stairs. The stairs will come up inside the camper for transporting. It's in front of the wheel, so you can't have them go underneath below there. That is a benefit just for utilizing the extra space in the front. We do have dual axle, 14-inch aluminum wheels filled with nitrogen. The benefit of nitrogen is it won't expand like air. It won't expand and contract. So as you're going on the road, things heat up, the air inside heats up. It's not going to overpressure your tire. Come around the back, outside hot water tank. Your bumper is hollow. Reason for that, Wendy?
Actually, the reason for that is so you can store your black hose tank in there where it's not actually stored inside of your camper. It gets dirty after time, so it's really nice, the feature that you actually get to store that outside instead of inside of your camper.
Keep your Soros outside, not inside with your clean stuff. 4 stabilizer jacks in each corner. It's not meant to lift the camper up, but to stabilize it so you're not rocking back and forth when you're inside. So when you're out camping, you don't want to wake up your kids or your spouse. Keep those down in position. You can take a drill. It takes a matter of a couple seconds and you're stabilized inside. Rear bumper, one of the attachments is a spare tire. You can also attach a grill, a rack, different things. It's a whole bunch of things you can put in the back bumper there. Spare tire is an easy example. It is prepped for a backup camera up top. So instead of having Wendy try to direct you back and park your unit, you got the camera. You don't need Wendy anymore. She can start cooking or doing whatever she does there. Walkable roof. So you have a 12-year warranty on the TPO roof. It's fully walkable. Quick bit about insulation too. The insulation on the roof is R40 value. Insulation underneath is R30 value. The walls are R7. They're 1.5 inch framing there. It's a 350-pound weight capacity ladder. So you can get up there, check your seals, check the top of your slide, make sure there's no debris. All your seals are in good shape. Very easy. You don't have to worry about much really. Just go up and you're good to go. These slides, fully framed, fully insulated, fully laminated. Wendy?
All right, so on all four sides of your walls, even on the sides, the front, and even underneath, they're all laminated. So it's a lot stronger. Along with the back of your RV, a lot of the competition's actually doing hung walls back here, where it's not actually has studs at it at all. This is actually framed all the way around, even on your slide box and all the four corners of your slide box. You can actually get up on your slide and clean it off and walk right on your slide with not a problem in the world.
Yep, all fully framed, like she mentioned. Now this is a slide, your bed is on the slide. A lot of times when you have your bed on the slide, you lose the storage underneath the bed, you lose the storage everywhere. This, you get a nice big storage underneath outside. So a lot of your outside stuff can go out here, tables, chairs, keep it all outside. So you're not bringing anything dirty inside. And if you look at the windows, water's okay as long as you keep it moving. So if water does come in, it has these weep holes at the bottom. So any water that can get behind the framing or sneaks in there, we'll reap it out the bottom here. So keep that water moving again, like I said. And along your bed, you have windows, 3 windows on each side. You don't see that in every frame either. So you have a window in the back behind you, window on either side. It's nice for a nice cross breeze when you're sleeping. One of those cool summer nights. Really a really nice feature to have, as simple as it is. Over here, we have your 30 amp shoreline. There's an LED light so you can see what you're doing outside. If you're cleaning your toilet, you're out camping, normally you take a hose, you run it through the door or the window. You kind of hose down your toilet, what's in there, and things are splashing around and it's just no good. So this does the same thing by hooking the hose right up here. Hook your hose up, and it'll go through the plumbing into your porcelain toilet, and it'll flush it out and clean it for you so you don't have to take the hose and have things splashing up and down. So your vents for your refrigerator, for your furnace. Wendy made a good point earlier, your furnace is on the back here, right?
Yeah, so actually this gets hot to the touch, you guys. So it's really nice that if you do have those kids that come along with you, it's actually located on this side. A lot of your competition will actually put the furnace on the opposite side, on your camping side, and the kids come up to it, start touching it, and that actually is hot to the touch. So it's really nice that you're not going to be normally over on this side of the camper, except if you're over here in your docking station, that you're not, those kids aren't coming up here and actually touching that.
Yep. Here's your discharge for your black tanks, your gray tanks. Levers are right underneath there. Now this underbelly, or the basement they call it, is fully insulated. It's heated, it's ducted. So that plays in part of the Four Seasons package, which we'll talk a little bit about later. But it keeps all your everything heated. So you have all your plumbing over here. There's another outside shower for the backside here. You have your city water if you're hooked up to a campsite or in your driveway with a place with a hose that has water pressure. This fresh tank fill, if you're out boondocking or dry camping, you can actually take a 5-gallon bucket on the ground with water, put your hose in and fill it up that way. So it's very, very simple to get water in and fill up your fresh tank. Battery disconnect, if you're not using this thing all the time, your CO detector radio will let you drain on your battery a little bit. Turn this and it won't be able to do that. Keep your battery more fresh. There's a 110 volt here, cable input. And again, that nice front radius edge there, so you get a little bit more room in the pass-through.
I am going to actually expand on something that he said earlier about having that fill that tank up anywhere. Let's just sit there and say how that benefits you is, let's just say you're dry camping and you run out of water. And they're, you know, the closest store you can get gallons of water, but how are you going to actually get them inside of your tank? You can actually get a hose, put the other side of the hose into the can, and actually sucks the water into your camper. That way you're never actually running out of water inside of your camper if you are dry camping.
Yeah, very good. Up front you have two 20-pound propanes. There will be a new 12-volt deep cycle battery, and you have a power tongue jack. So it still takes an hour, but instead of sitting there cranking until you're level, you have a button to do so. Retract and expand here. A little light for the front so you know what you're doing. You're not hitting this thing in the dark also. Now, better look inside. One thing I must say is after a day of hiking, a day of a couple cocktails, some of the ladders or steps that are out there are pretty wobbly. I feel like they're going to break every time I go up them. I'm not a small person. This with the big grab handle and a solid step, there's nothing to really worry about. Even if you're on uneven terrain, you can adjust the steps, the bottom steps accordingly, and this thing's solid as can be. Here, come on in. All right, so you just bought your new, nice, big, beautiful camper, made a big purchase. You come back from a night of camping or fishing or whatever you're doing, and you walk inside the door, and it's dark, right? I don't know where any of these switches are. This is the first time I'm using this thing. One idea the Grand Design had, they put a motion sensor light in. So this, as soon as you walk in, this lights up. You can actually get an idea where you are. And it lights up next to here, your control panel. So you got all your light switches, your water. If you want some hot water after a day, you can heat that up right here, put your awning out, put your slide in or out. It's all right here once you walk in.
On this side of the camper, you have this big window that actually is right on your back wall. Now, this is your emergency exit. Usually all of your emergency exits are never on your actually camping side. The reason for that is because that's normally where your campfire is. So they usually have your emergency exits on this, or they have it on this side of the wall, giving you an easy way to get out in case of a fire. Back over here, you have an actual bed. Now, this isn't an actual one of those real thin mattresses, somewhere like really uncomfortable sleep. If you look at the actual foam on that, it's a real mattress, you guys. This is not the ones that they used to make back in the day. They actually spent some money to give you a little bit more comfort while you sleep. So what we have here is the table that is completely removable. So you don't have to have this here in the event that you need a little bit more room. But if you're dining and it's raining outside, this is a nice piece to have right here. You can sit 4 people. There is storage underneath this as well, along with outlets on all sides, 4s of the wall. You also get a TV right across, so if you're laying in bed, you can watch the television, and you've got storage on each side. You got the nice blinds that come all the way down, and they're all nice blinds on all sides, 4 of the windows.
Little walk in the kitchen. So let's say you're using your new Furrion stove. 3 burners, big burners, nice lights in the front. You're cooking up your eggs, your sausage, some breakfast. You're done with your pots and pans, throw them in the bowls and your dishes over here. Where do you usually throw them? You throw them in the sink, right? A lot of the campers out there have a plastic sink. You take those hot pots and pans, throw them in the plastic sink, they can melt through. So Grand Design gives you the stainless steel sink. They give you a nice faucet. Real nice and easy to use, just like you have at home most likely. And real nice work area too.
So,
need a little bit more counter space, you can throw this back down too and make a real big counter space for yourself.
In the event of that counter space, and you can tell right here that you know, if you ever walked in other campers, you'll have a seam right here. So this is an actual called a wrapped counterpiece. There is no seam that eventually peels off over time. So this is a very, it's meant to last a very long time. Not like the ones that seams that peel off over time, making it kind of look cheesy, you know, after 5 years of use.
Yeah, one piece can't extract from itself. It's all one piece.
You also got nice storage in here. So if you kind of take a look in the storage, you've got a couple shelves up here, along with a couple shelves down there. Also, just look at these drawers. These are like drawers that you would find at a dresser inside of your bedroom. Like, they're just very deep, very big. And you even got one over here to put those pots and pans for your 3-burner stove.
That's it. Who's familiar with Murphy's Law? Really, the worst that can happen will happen, right? So anything that you drop in a camper generally follows that Murphy's Law, where you drop your wedding ring onto the floor and into the vents that are on the floor that your heat comes from. Well, they went up that, they thought of that, people are talking about that. There's no vents in the floor anymore. If you look at some of your furniture, there's a heat duct over here. There's one actually next to you over by the bed there. It's all on the walls, so you're not dropping that wedding ring onto the floor following Murphy's Law into the vent. So just a little tidbit there. You're not dropping stuff down. It's all on the sides. You don't have to worry about cleaning the vents out. So you do have some nice teddy bear mattresses for your bunks, top and bottom. There's USB ports, top and bottom. There's reading lights if your kids read, top and bottom. More realistically, there's the USB ports for the iPods and the phones and all the electronics they have also. They do have their own storage here. Here's for pantry. Underneath too for shoes. And shoes always get in the way. They're always dirty. There's a little shoe spot here. Have a nice thing there also. A big storage. Control panel down at the bottom. 95% of the time when something happens when you're out camping, this is where you should start. It's most likely a fuse, a breaker, something very simple. But if you're doing anything, trying to troubleshoot, that's where you want to start. You do get the big fridge too. It works on propane and electric. So you can actually keep your food cold while you're driving by propane. That's legal as long as you're not in tunnels like in Virginia.
And I am going to drop in and say something real quick on this fridge. It is actually a 6 cubic foot fridge with freezer. And like he said, it works on propane and electric. Try to keep that over so you guys can see in there real quick. And also up in here as well. So, again, really nice thing, especially if you're dry camping, that propane fridge, it'll last a couple weeks for you if you do go out boondocking.
And in addition to the lights here, you know what's special about these lights, Wendy?
They're actually LEDs. So
LED. So light emitting diodes, real nice lights. They draw very little power. Keeps your battery lasting longer. You're not going to get the rings along the outside from the heat. And it's a nice, clean, white, bright light. Over here in the bathroom, on the way to the bathroom here actually is a thermostat, so you can control your air conditioner. Some of the units that are out there, you actually control the air conditioner from the air conditioner. You'll turn it hot, cold, dump valves here. This is all ducted, all right in the thermostat. Very nice and easy to use. In the bathroom, here's that porcelain toilet like I mentioned before. Below there's one of the heating ducts on the wall. But the porcelain toilet, nice thing about this is if you're taking a toilet brush and you're brushing it out, it's not going to put those little scratches in the toilet like a plastic one will. So if you put those little scratches in the toilet like a plastic one will, imagine a piece of Tupperware that you take the fork and you scrape the last little bit of pasta out there, it leaves the scratches in there, and that pasta kind of fills in those scratches and just never, really can never get rid of it. You know, same concept in the toilet, just it's not pasta. Inside, go ahead.
Also, if you notice, this actually comes with a pocket door. So in the event that like a lot of your competition out there is actually has a door that swings out. So imagine me coming, I'm one of the kids, I'm getting out of the bed, I want to go over, try to get outside, and I walk and your loved one comes out of the bathroom and there you go, you just got hit by the door. What's nice about that, this is a pocket door, it actually opens up really nice. And that way nobody gets hurt in the process of trying to maneuver inside of your camper.
You got a nice big bathroom. It's not like Tommy Boyish where you're cramped and your ties going down the toilet. They give you a nice skylight up here too. I'm 6 foot. I fit fine in the shower. I'm not a small person. It should be enough room for you. Detachable shower head so you can get where you need to get. Just like at home. Big shower fitting around. Big square outside. This comes out and back in. It'll actually clean it on the way back in too. There's a cleaning mechanism that'll keep that clean, mold and mildew resistant. You do have your fan with your vents. You want to keep the moisture out of the bathroom, so keep the fan vent on. Nice big medicine cabinet. This is really big actually. This is bigger than my house. But big spots to keep your medicine and toiletries and everything like that. Get a nice vanity, nice sink. And this bathroom's real big, and it's in the middle too. So if you have to go to the bathroom, you're not walking past the bunks and chance of waking up your kids on the way up there. And same for them coming, not having to wake you up also. So.
Last thing, guys, what we do want to sit there and say about the Imagine is something that he touched base on earlier is a 4-season protection package. So what they have, and every Grand Design that's brand new, is they have this piece of paper. It kind of tells you a little bit of everything that's going on inside this camper. Pretty much everything that we've touched base on today already. You actually have all laminated walls along with a double insulation underneath. So if you are going in that off-season camping, let's just say November, you'd be just fine camping in this camper because of the insulation package that it carries. Inside the warehouse where they make this, the manufacturer, they actually take this camper, they put it into an enclosed room, a garage. They actually raise the temperature up to 100 degrees. It still maintains a 65-degree temperature inside. They also drop that temperature to 0 degrees. It still maintains a 65-degree temperature inside. Now that doesn't factor in wind or rain, you guys. This is in a garage. But it does let you know that this can be used in a 4-season protection package. That doesn't mean take it up to Antarctica, all right? Try to maintain a little bit, you know, better weather than that.
Hey, thanks for joining us for the 2019 BHE. I'll see you in the next episode of RV Time.
Bye.